This week on Fundamentals, we talk about when Miles Morales will come into the MCU finally. We also talk about when Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman will be back in the MCU, Penguin Episode 7, and much more.
How's everybody doing? Like, welcome to Vegas.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah.
Feels good to be back.
Super
Yeah,
pumped.
yeah.
First time being all in the same room.
Yeah.
It's a rare occasion.
This
so
is
we
different.
had no choice but to book a studio.
Had to try.
Right, yeah.
The Holy Trinity has debuted, everybody.
Oh, man. So, yeah, you want to kick us off with the
Oh, I
thing
would
right
love
now?
to. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about is some Marvel media, is like always, right? The comic book movie.com. We got some news that Wiccan and Hawkeye Season 2 is actually in the works, like a Wiccan TV show. And that's actually going to be possibly like reach us before Avengers Secret Wars comes out. So it's all really exciting. I can't wait. I can't, especially because of like how Agatha ended with Wiccan and Agatha itself, like, you got to see her kind of be like that mentor, and you're like, oh, it's happening.
Yeah. So many people pumped for Wiccan right now,
Yeah.
too. I mean, especially after they did that comic-accurate debut of his costume and everything.
Yeah.
It's just...
Just
Him
to
just,
watch
like,
him
coming
beat
in.
up
Yeah.
bad guys. He had to make that entrance and everything. Like, dude, magic users are the best.
And one thing I will have to say, like, I'm still shocked that we're actually getting Catherine Hahn to continue on for a while.
I would hope so.
Super excited to see that, though.
Right.
I'm really curious, like, how long they're going to continue her. You think, like, if they do a Wiccan series, that they'll bring her into that and maybe finish her story off?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't feel like she's going to hang around forever with him, so...
No, because at some point she's going to be okay going into the afterlife and meeting up with Nicholas again, I think.
Hopefully. I feel like they should end her story that way.
Yeah, but like we have to see her like with Mephisto at some point, right?
Oh, man.
It's always going to get it this time, but we were like this close.
We were
Got
so
the name
close.
drop. Got
We
the name
did.
drop.
We
So-
did. The
Right
agent
now
of Mephisto.
She's like a force ghost right now. So
So
Yeah.
is there any words on like what the Hawkeye season 2 will be? Just pretty much picking up Kate Bishop more likely.
Yeah. There really isn't much more news about that. Is Kate Bishop, like, as the younger, like, Hawkeye, is she supposed to be part of the Young Avengers as well? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she was approached by Kamala Khan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
Okay.
Ms. Marvel, because she approached her at the end of the first one, right?
Yeah, she's supposed to be putting a team together. So
Yeah. Wonder if we'll get more Yelena in the season 2. I think their
Dude.
team up was pretty great. Everybody loved them.
Yeah.
the best.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we have Thunderbolts, you know, the little asterisks coming out very soon.
So Nova.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Nova and the Blonde Phantom.
Yeah, so I'm not super knowledgeable about Blonde Phantom.
So Blonde Phantom is like a vigilante type, or not vigilante. She fights, and she's like a spy kind of thing. But there are like 2 actresses that they have rumored to at least play Blonde Phantom, and one of them is Taylor Swift.
Hey.
And I'm like, that's interesting.
Right. Well, and we also got her rumored as Dazzler in Deadpool Wolverine, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I think like Taylor Swift and Sydney Sweeney, people love throwing their names in the mixture of upcoming stuff, and then so far nothing's ever
I
been coming out
hope
of
that it's Sydney Sweeney over Taylor Swift, because I feel like she would be a better actress.
Well, I
for
feel like
it.
she deserves a redemption in Marvel after doing.
Madam Web.
We
Oh,
won't really
my
talk
God.
about that too much because that was.
We're here to be positive.
Yeah. Don't have nothing good to say. Just don't say nothing at all. So.
Yeah, Sony Pictures, forget this conversation.
Yeah.
But speaking of Sony, we actually did get some more news about. So we know that the trilogy for Venom is done, right?
Right.
We now know that they are doing an Agent Venom or Agent. Yeah, Agent Venom. Okay, cool.
Flash Thompson.
So we are having an Agent Venom in development, and it's going to be happening. So I'm excited to see what they do with that, because I don't really know much about Agent Venom.
Right.
We talked about it a little bit in the group chat that we have. So like everybody that hasn't seen it, like or hasn't seen like comics, because
Right.
that's really all that it's in right now.
Yeah.
Source material, yeah.
Yeah, feel free to like Google
Well, I'm
it.
curious too, like how they're going to do this, because Agent Venom starts out as Flash Thompson, and you know that's Peter Parker's high school bully.
Yeah.
But like we've not seen Flash Thompson in anything really.
No, but we might in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay. And the animated series that's coming out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's in January, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
I think
so.
that's the first one that comes out, and then we get Daredevil after that. But
But this is live action they're talking about?
I
I don't know. We'll see. Sony still better off just pushing this off to Kevin Feige. I mean,
Please.
yeah.
we still have Craven to come out and see if they get one last redemption.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Might
Yeah,
be
and
a
it-
three-peat.
It actually
It's gotten good reviews so
has a
far.
regular runtime too.
Yeah.
I think it's like right at 2 hours.
Oh.
So it's like one of the longer Sony Marvel movies that they've put out.
So
Okay.
we're about to give up another 2 hours for these movies. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
You're right.
Elizabeth Olsen though.
Oh man, so she was at like a Comic-Con and a fan asked her like, "What's next for Scarlet Witch?" As all of us have been wondering
back, please.
what is happening. So Elizabeth Olsen literally said, like, I can't actually really tell you because it's going to be a spoiler. Because Kevin Feige actually asks his like actors and actresses, "What do you want out of your character?" And he like incorporates that into like what is going to happen with them. So she's like, I can't tell you guys that, but all I'm going to tell you is that I want Wanda back. So the fact that she wants Wanda back means
Uh-oh.
We want Wanda back. Everybody
yes.
wants Wanda
Oh,
back.
absolutely we
I mean,
do.
Man.
Like I love how Agatha played out, but I really wanted at least some kind of like silhouette of a glow. Well, come find out the Witch's Road wasn't real, so that kind of took away my theory of wanting her to appear at the end of the Witch's Road that
Yeah.
obviously doesn't exist now. So
I don't know. We still
never
have the Vision Quest show as well, where I think that we're gonna get her back as maybe that animatronic, comic
yeah.
accurate Wanda. So maybe that's where we're gonna see her, and it's not
it
gonna
would
be
kinda
Wanda.
cool
Wanda.
to see her like in a Android form just for a short time.
Yeah.
Until whatever they come back together. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of wild too if just because of spectral vision, his last memories was of Billy and Tommy from WandaVision, and so we actually got those exact boys back and android versions of them, which I know typically it's like Viv and Vi or something like that.
Wow.
I can't remember. It's a boy and a girl, kids that they have, but obviously we know they change things and adapt.
Yeah.
So
I think as they should. So, like, fingers crossed that we get some news about what's going on with that soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon, because now we have D23 that's happening right now in Brazil.
Yep. This weekend.
So, maybe we're going to get some more news about what's going on with that and the next things that are coming out. So
I think they would be silly. I mean, not to bring her back. I mean, everybody wants her back. She's a great actress, and I think there's still a lot more story to be told to her. And I don't feel like she really deserves to go out like she did.
Right?
Even
no,
though she's
but you
soon to
saw
kill her.
the red light, right? When
Right.
the
Yeah.
The poof of magic that when Wondagore caved in.
Yeah, thank you. So that was interesting, and like no one's like, okay, like no one thought she was dead. Of course, you have the running theory with Marvel: if you don't see a body, they're not dead.
Right, it's
Not-
true.
Yep.
And sometimes even when you see a body, they're not dead.
We don't even know if that was her body.
Right.
It
True,
could have just
right.
been a manifestation of what Agatha was thinking, and
Under
to
the
help
hex.
her, like cope with what was happening
Right.
Yeah.
in like her life.
They could just open a portal up and like go in through the multiverse and see if we can find like a variant of her that still knows how to use magic, but not like batshit crazy. But
Yeah, I mean, well, we've seen the other one from, what was this? Was it 838? We've seen her in for Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
So we know that one's still out there. So
yeah.
Yeah. And she's kind of like fucked up in the head now because she
Right.
she knows what happened to her, and she was like, I have like all these cuts on me, and she's like, you have like no power over me, kind of like the labyrinth, like
Right.
the whole thing, especially what Jennifer Kale from Agatha was like, you have no power over me, you have no like hold over me or something like
Right.
that. So super exciting to see all of that. But so my time to shine, hello on X, they had posted a kind of like a little, it was I think a little trailer or a little part of the Spider-Man No Way Home where all three Peters are saying goodbye to each other, and in it, like on that post, they had shared that, and then on the like X post, they had said that they're going to face off against each other in Secret Wars, which got me back to Venom, right? So we talked about how now that it's been out for a while, we can really talk about what is happening.
Yeah.
So there was that vial, right, of black goop. Of venom, of symbiote magic, if you will, from the bar, right? And we never saw it again.
It's true.
So my theory is that that goop is going to end up finding Tom Holland's Peter Parker. And he's going to become the next Venom because he's going to work alongside Doctor Doom.
When do you think we'll get this?
Um,
Because the next Spider-Man
Doomsday?
movie is in between the two Avenger movies.
Yeah. So I think that Doomsday is going to come out, and the end credit scene is going to be that.
That'll be sick.
And then now in the next Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 4, right? 4?
Yeah, 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. there's so much.
Right.
Brand new trilogies on the way.
But like with Spider-Man 4, I think that we're going to really get to see the two of them team up, because I think that Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland are destined to be together.
They have to be.
Right? And so regardless of if they're friendly and they're
Right.
good guys together, cool. But now one of them's bad.
Yep.
And that's going to fuck psychologically
Oh,
with
yeah.
Tom Holland.
Yeah. Huge emotional moment that's going to hit all the crowd,
Right.
too.
Oh, man. You
What-
think, I really want him to say Mr. Stark.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he sees him, I just am like,
Also, that'd be cool. Like, I mean, your theory with that is, to, you know, maybe we get him as a Venom or whatever to go against them. But then, you know, when that story's kind of done and he's back to being him, but we get the comic accurate black suit in Secret Wars. So he gets something, you know, from that, but he's redeemed.
or he has the anti-venom white suit.
Right, yeah.
Even.
But
Yeah.
That'd be so neat because, like, that's such a huge thing was back in Secret Wars in the 80s, I believe, when he got that suit. And it's just such a iconic time. And to bring that into live action and not alter too much, I think that would be huge. People would love it.
And Peter Parker's completely bloodlusted with the black suit on, so you never know if he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Right.
You're in his way, you get on his nerves, he might kill you.
Yeah.
But speaking of Brazil D23,
Yeah.
just a few minutes ago before we got in here, Kevin Feige was being interviewed, talking on stage at D23, and he said that he was asked, when's Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds going to come back into the MCU with Deadpool Wolverine? And he said, honestly, we're trying to find out. He's like, they're coming back for more than one thing. He said, and we're trying to find out how quickly we can put them in multiple projects.
Oh my God.
Man.
Yes.
So I think that's great. I think it'd be great to see that duo. Maybe he's got that sling ring. Maybe they don't. Maybe he's got, you know, cable sling. I don't know. But just to see them pop in different properties, be involved, not take the scene, but just have those great moments. I mean,
Or do you think that like Happy Hogan is gonna like reach back
You
and be
think?
like, hey,
bring them into the
into the Avengers, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe these are the new Avengers that we're looking for.
Right? Happy finally wants to hire them. That's probably like a
I mean, they're
glory
invincible
moment.
at this point. They had their Madonna moment.
Yeah, you're right.
They
right.
did.
Yeah.
They saved the whole universe.
Yeah.
He is risen, baby girl. But I don't know, super excited. I'm glad to see it's not just a one and done. Because Hugh Jackman, you know, Ryan Reynolds obviously can do this a lot longer because they
Yeah.
can throw someone else in a suit and him just voice it. But yeah, it's nice to see Hugh Jackman staying on board for a while. Obviously, I don't think he's going to do it till he's 90. But
Yeah.
You never know.
another thing, though, at Brazil D23 is Miles Morales. So Miles, we have been wanting to see him come into the live MCU forever.
Yes.
Miles is a huge growing favorite, has been a favorite, is just constantly growing momentum. But he actually gave us straight up news, like when we're getting him. So we're waiting until the last Spider-Verse movie comes out, and he's like, shortly after that's over, that's when we're getting it. They're bringing Miles officially into the MCU after the last Spider-Verse movie.
Didn't they already like push back the last Spider-Man, like Spider-Verse movie again?
Yep. Yeah. So I don't
want
think
it.
we're getting it until 2026.
Yeah, I
I
believe
think-
so, because
yeah.
it's like originally it was March 2025, and then that went sideways. So
Yeah.
I rather them take their time and do it right.
Oh yeah.
Because the first two have been amazing.
You can't end it on a rush bad note.
Don't do Game of Thrones. Don't rush it. Don't give us a season 8.
Right.
Like fuck that shit. Like I don't want any part of it.
No, I'm good on that. Like don't you ruin that trilogy.
Yeah.
So knowing that we like know when we're getting them, you know, not an actual date, but we have a pretty good timeline.
Yeah.
Who would y'all like to see come in and play a live version of Miles?
Why not the guy that voices him already?
Oh.
What's his name?
Actually, I'm going to look that up real quick.
I completely forgot this dude's name. And
he plays Raekwon in the Wu-Tang TV show. His name is just gone off the top
there's a
of my-
Wu-Tang TV show?
There is.
Shamik Moore?
Shamik Moore, yeah.
Yes.
I think he's a little older for playing Miles, so.
I mean, shit, we had a Tobey Maguire.
That's true.
It's true.
I would take
I don't
Shamik
know.
Moore over Tommy Maguire
Okay,
on
so
Cinema Day.
I mean, maybe like an actor from like Gen V, maybe, or
Yeah, so I tell you, hang on, so I don't want to butcher his name. Cast. Who do you think?
So, if you guys are familiar with the TV show Blackish with
Yes.
Anthony Anderson,
Yes.
the kid that plays his son,
Okay.
his government name is Miles too, and he's also half
His
Mexican.
government name.
It's like Miles something. Like if I'm gonna Google it real fast what his last name is, so everybody like watching this podcast will be like, all right, it's set in stone. But
Okay.
he already took a picture with Tom Holland. On a red carpet, and everyone's just like, maybe him and Tom
Really?
Holland would be the
Okay.
perfect Peter and Miles.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who's my phone's taking slow, but the guy off Stranger Things.
Oh, Caleb McLaughlin.
Yes, Caleb
Yeah.
McLaughlin. That's who I would like to see as Miles.
He's like the most popular fan cast for Miles Morales. Like,
I think he's got like the perfect body build, the perfect look, and like more as we see him progress in Stranger Things, his acting every season is just more, bringing it up another tier.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I feel like he's at good age. I think he could pull it off, and I think it would be, you know, Stranger Things has already been so huge for him, but I think this would even more so be even a giant more launch in his career. So I would like to see him in more stuff as well.
yeah. So the guy's last name is Miles Brown. So y'all,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
So that'd be the perfect fit.
Yeah, I could see that. Anyway, like I'd be excited whoever plays him.
I'm just glad we're getting him.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited that it's actually happening.
Right.
Because we've been questioning it and wanting it for a
4 years.
while. Oh,
Maybe
at
longer than
least,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
because. You have the Spider-Man video game, and then you had Miles Morales, and then you had Spider-Man 2, where you got to play as both Peter Parker and Miles Morales. I love it.
And those games are epic.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
If
yeah.
Sony would just get the writers from those games or their animation and bring those people into the live action,
Yeah.
Sony would actually have decent live action movies.
For real.
But I don't know like what the issue is with that. I'm not even trying to get on that for a long time, but I'm just like, to me it's an easy answer. You already have these people on staff. They're already writing for you.
Another popular fan casting is Renzi Feliz, so the guy that plays Victor in the Penguin show.
Oh.
Really?
They're
Oh.
literally the same age,
Yeah.
both biracial. So that would be sick.
That would be really cool. That would be super
Yeah.
cool.
And
I
he
would
was
like that.
from
The Runaways.
The Runaways,
on
yeah.
Hulu.
Yep.
Yeah.
Runaways?
Marvel.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So I watched part of that, but I didn't realize he was in that until last week, I think. He's like, "You didn't know that?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Yeah."
I've been trying to push for the Runaways for a long time. Like, everybody just give season 1 a chance. If you don't like it, peace out.
There's a lot of people who love the Runaways.
It's good.
That were upset that it kind of dropped off, but
But speaking
Of Penguin?
let's talk about some DC, my guys.
Yeah, oh my
guys.
My guys.
Penguin episode 7.
Oh, top hat.
Yeah. Oh man. Him as a kid was even brutal.
That was wow. Just wow. Like that kid that played him as like Oz.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just
That accent.
yes, the accent, that him and his mom, and
Yes.
and then like where he was like, man, fuck this shit, like I'm gonna close this door on y'all, and he closed it, and then you got to like, okay, so real quick, do you guys think that he did that shit on purpose? Did he know that he was killing his brothers? You don't think so?
some of the commentary, like after the show, from like the showrunner, it's Lauren something, but so the breakdown for it was that he intentionally didn't go back. So the impulse was him shutting the door, and then he was like, maybe I should go back later, or maybe I should not. And then while he just cuddled up on the couch with his mom, he was just like, you know what, I'm not going back. So he made that decision like right there on the moment. And it's just like, man, there's something wrong with this kid.
Yeah. But like, man, just the looks, like they picked a perfect kid to look like a young Oz.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. And then that accent though, like it's super strong. But at the same time, I'm like, it works though, because like his accent is I mean, it's like that as an adult.
Yeah.
But man, like his mom's messed them up.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like how they were talking, where he was like, "Oh, we're gonna go out on a date," and I was like, cringe, super cringe.
Well,
like
in that moment when they're dancing or whatever, it was a little cringe too. I was like, this is
little?
a twisted. Okay, it was
Like, what kind of freaky shit.
She's like,
this is a
"Get dressed, we're going
woman.
out. Go put your suit on." And I was like, "Ma'am, what are you dressed at? Like, what are you doing right now?"
That's not
Well, you look around
appropriate.
like, this is not. Y'all, that's the only kid in here.
Oh my
Yes, there was the only kid in there, and then like later on in the episode, we got to see like Oz snap when Sal has his heart attack because he was like, all right, like it's time, like we're finally gonna duke this out, we're gonna get it, someone's gonna fucking die today. And it turned out to be Sal, like I had thought it was going to be. But it was just not how I expected.
No. You called though. He died.
I did, but he's also older.
I will say too, like Colin Farrell's Penguin, like there's so many moments that it's a roller coaster of feelings you have for the guy.
Yeah.
You know he's bad. Then there's times you're rooting for him. But then there's times you feel bad for him. And then there's
It's the
times
same thing
you're
with
sickened by
Sophia.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like you know how the whole Sal thing went down and how he's like, oh yeah, he's already dead.
He snapped.
And I'm like, dude, you're so grimy. like you're playing off like some big, bad guy. This dude just had a heart attack and died. You're like, oh, talking shit to him while he's already dead on the
Well,
ground.
that's because he was like waiting. He's built up this moment so much in his mind, and he's finally getting to this moment. And now all of a sudden, the guy dies. The guy has a heart attack, and he's like, bitch, this wasn't how this was supposed to go. Like, I was supposed to beat your ass, and now I can't because you're dead. But I got to make sure that my people think that I did kill you. So, boom, 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 boom. And then, like, throws him out of the bus.
The entire clip in him, and he just keeps going, keeps kicking them, and he's just like, you know what? Yeah, fuck you, I won.
Yeah.
He's so petty about it. It was hilarious.
I do love how it starts off with what we see him close his brothers into that. With that door, and they drown. But then we see, obviously that's tied into where they're doing the shroom operation, or not shroom, but bliss operation.
Yeah.
They're growing them on the mushrooms or whatever.
Yeah.
And to see, like, at the end when that place blows up and he has to go out that same door, like, I don't know. I just thought it was really well written and plotted.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And then Sophia.
Oh.
Her back
Like,
and forth with Oz's mom is insane.
That, and then, like, when she goes to that insane asylum or whatever with the kid, and she's like, what did you see? And she's like, I saw a gas mask in your bag.
Yeah, like, she's about to kill it.
And so then, like, my heart starts bleeding because, like, Sophia was like, all right, well, this is what I think needs to happen. And I think that if we take care of this family, like, and we can now be gigantes. We can be the power people that we need to be.
Right.
So I was excited about that, but now that the kid is kind of her, the kid 100% resembles. Thank you.
Yeah. Like their
Words.
We're starting to create our own vocabulary here.
For real.
It's fine. We're fundamental dictionary. But like how you got to see the kid be like, that wasn't right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Like, maybe my parents were bad, but at the same time, like, you're not judge, jury, and executioner. You can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not right. And Sophia, who has been this, like, when she was, a kid, like, she saw her mother hanging, and she kind of got messed up by it, but she still wanted to be good until things got turned, and they said that she was the one that was doing the hangman stuff. and she was the hangman, and I was like, oh man, it's just
What's
so
wild
sad.
too is like you feel for her, and but then you're like, oh god. But then, because like at the end of the day, there's a good chance she would have ended up bad on down the road. But you still feel bad for her as a way it took her to that bad spot. But what's wild is like you think she had she saved that girl, but now she's in this home, and then you're like she has just so much care for her. And I mean she spared her life.
Yeah.
But yet she's kind of placing her in a situation that her dad placed her in.
Yeah.
And it's like. You really don't care, but you do. Like, I don't know.
But now you have to look at Sophia and wonder, is she going to take care of this child? Like the way that she took...
And kind of raise and groom her up to be the next Giagante?
No. Take care of her as in kill her.
Oh.
Like, because she's going to talk.
Right.
Like, so what is she going to do?
Well, I thought she was close to it in this past episode.
Yeah.
I was like,
So I think that she's going to say something, and because Sophia's not going to kill her off, like that doctor's like, do we have a problem? Do I need to take care of it?
Yeah.
She's like, calm down.
All right.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I'll think about this. Let me
Yeah.
see for myself.
Right.
Yeah, so seeing that and then realizing that, like, she is choosing that, like, this kid is going to live. And I think she's going to focus on brainwashing Oz's mom and then releasing Oz's mom back to Oz once she realizes that Oz actually killed
Right.
the brothers.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, man.
ooh.
It is a tough call to make because like Oz's mom was like ripping into her like the entire conversation, and Sophia would just clap back at her. And there's like one moment where she has like a dementia episode, and
Right.
as soon as she snaps back at 2, she just open palm slaps the shit out of Sophia. And I'm like, whoa, this might be it. This might be when she dies. And
No.
Sophia has just shown a lot of
long game.
mercy to women in general all throughout this season. It's just like, I could take you out for real, but honestly, like, I'd be a monster just like my dad. And it makes her sick to her stomach that it's like, I'm following the same rules that he played by, and I want to be my own, like, mob boss. And she does it, too. She's just, like, a total badass the entire season, so... I'm so ready for this finale.
So as I say, with the finale coming up tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. What do y'all think is going to happen to Theo Rossi's character? Like,
The doctor dude? Oh.
the one that she's using?
I think he's going to become one of the villains that, like, we know from the Gotham comics and
I
stuff.
was wondering if that was going to be the case, or do you think he's going to get killed off? You think Sophia
No.
may? No?
I don't think so.
Think he's in it for a long run a little bit? Or a little longer anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like toss-up. Like, you don't know if Penguin's going to die. You don't know if Sophia's going to die, or
Sophia's
both
not
of them
going
can
to die
live.
because we know she's in Batman too.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
rumored, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like Theo Rossi's character, dude, like he kind of sickens me. Like I can't stand him. Like, and I didn't like him as Juice, the Sons of Anarchy. He sickened me in that too.
Oh,
and I was
dude.
like, God, this dude plays a good grimy character, and
Yeah.
he does it well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Wyatt Russell playing a great U.S. agent. Like I hate him, but it goes to show you how well he portrays that character to make you hate him, because that's what they want you to feel.
Yeah. And then how, like, Cersei
Oh,
and Game of Thrones.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
great human being,
Yeah.
but, like, in that TV show, everyone's like, I hate you. You need to
Absolute
die.
nightmare.
Well, even
No.
what's his face? Her
Jamie?
her brother.
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh, I could not stand that dude.
Kingslayer.
Yeah, and there'd be moments where I'm like, I think maybe I'm gonna start liking him, and I'm like, nope.
No.
No.
He just
and then how
goes
they
right
died at the end,
back.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
But the next thing that we're going to talk about for DC is that we have Supergirl. We actually got a release date for that. And it's going to be June 26th, 2026. So,
And speaking of Game of Thrones, that's the girl who played Daenerys. She's the one playing her. Right?
Yeah.
Can't think of her name right now.
Yeah.
She played Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Yeah.
What's her name? Millie Alcock. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. So, interested to finally see that or get some more news or maybe some footage because, like, what we were seeing with Superman, I'm hoping that Supergirl, like, Woman of Tomorrow, is going to be better. We're supposed to get Krypton in it, too.
Oh, in Supergirl?
I think so.
I know we're getting it in Superman
Okay.
Legacy.
Oh, okay. I might be getting the two
I
of them
still hope
switched
that
up.
Superman blows us away. Like, I just hope all these still shots and these weird things we're seeing. I'd like to have another, comic run of movies that are decent.
Please. James Gunn might be feeling himself too much, man. Like, why are you just changing stuff that you don't have to change?
Right.
But speaking of James Gunn, there was a rumor that he was working on a Justice League. He straight up turned that shit down. He was like, look, man, I am not doing that anytime soon. You should not be expecting it. I am doing backstories right now. I am building up the Justice League. He's doing what, who was the guy that did Justice League?
Snyder.
Yeah.
He's doing what Snyder should have done and build up those characters before just trying to throw a movie with all of them together. And you're like, well, what the fuck is their backstory?
Also, James Gunn is bringing in a lot of characters in the Superman movie alone. Like, obviously not, Justice League, but there's a lot. And there could be a lot of those that are members of the Justice League. So I think if he's going to, start integrating all these different characters in, this many in every movie like that, I think that could be a new take and a new route that works.
Yeah.
Because we're getting more and more little pieces of these characters than we would this person finally got their origin story, so let's make sure we get everybody else's origin story and then we throw them in the movie. Where we're getting these origin stories, but then all these characters in them. I don't know. I think it could work because it's kind of what Marvel's done.
Yeah.
And maybe he's just taking notes from Marvel. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for DC this week.
Yeah, you guys ready to get some Star Wars going?
Yes.
Get it.
All right.
So, earlier this week, we posted episodes 10, 11, and 12 are confirmed.
Yes.
Through, IGN, as I think one reported it. And one of the producers from X-Men is supposed to be over this, and they said it would continue the Skywalker trilogy, or saga.
With Rey?
I don't even know.
Or she's not even a Skywalker.
Do they even know? But
I don't know.
Got an update actually today.
Okay.
IGN update. It says it's now confirmed with a source close to the production that the new trilogy is not in fact a continuation of the Skywalker saga, but instead it's the beginning of a brand new story. But it will be a 10, 11, 12 episode run.
Okay.
So I don't know.
But we're also supposed to get Mandalorian and Grogu as a trilogy as well.
Well, I don't think that was confirmed. I think
it was a rumor.
It's rumored.
Yeah.
So we know we're getting to one movie, but from the rumors that we've got, it's been pretty solid sources we've been getting rumors from for the Mando trilogy. So I don't know. I don't think they need to continue the Skywalker saga. I think they need to go ahead and let that go. They've already upset people a little bit on the route they went with the last trilogy.
Yeah, invest in the Mandos, man. Give Boba Fett his redemption that he deserves, and stop demeaning all the OG Star Wars characters.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, Mando's proven that they have so much, not favoritism, but relating so much to the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And it's responded so well. Where there are other stuff that's hasn't. So that should tell you right there. 4, 5, and 6 is the most well loved. Do stuff with that quality, with that feeling, that maybe tie-ins. Doesn't be like direct tie-ins, but branch off tie-ins, and just go with it. That's what worked. George Lucas knew what he was doing. That's why it's became such, it's been for years and years and years.
It's also super iconic because it was something that was never really done.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where we're at right now in time because we're in 2024. What hasn't been done? What are you now expecting is new, that is different?
Right.
What do you have new to bring to the table? And I don't really think that they have any thoughts.
Well, they don't have to get creative. Go to the books. The books are amazing. They have amazing stories, and they're all canon. I don't know if they're technically canon now, but from the original trilogies, there's so many books out there that are great. Yeah. And they're proven huge fans, huge fan base just for reading them. Yeah. Why not just put it on the big screen? Your storyline's there. Just get your cast. You don't have to really write anything new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just pushing for these new characters to just outshine all the source material characters. And it's just it's kind of petty. Don't do that.
Right.
You have a pot of money sitting right there. It's easy for you to access.
Yeah.
And Lucasfilm could be right back on top.
And you get one of the longest solid fan bases. Don't get me wrong, you get some bad Star Wars fans out there.
Yeah.
You get some pretty bitter Star Wars fans, and I get it to a point, but then you also have some really toxic ones.
Oh yeah. I think
overly hate for no reason.
Out of all of the fandoms, I do think that Star Wars does have the most toxic people in it.
For sure. But it has one of the longest running fan bases. Yeah. And so why not give what's already proven to work? Take it out of paper, put it on screen.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
But y'all ready to jump into some educated wish entertainment?
Let's get it.
All right. Fallout Season 2.
Yo!
I have no idea when this is coming out.
No.
Super excited for it, though.
Why, though? Why? Why are you excited?
Macaulay Culkin is now confirmed to be in Season 2.
Yes, he
and
is.
He is actually supposed to be a crazy genius type character. That's all we know.
Oh.
Yep.
Huh.
I like that.
I think it's cool. I think this guy, he's had a rough life. He's been, ups, highs, and lows. And, he's really been doing great things. He's already working with Amazon prior to this because he's voiced, I think, a character or two and some things that they've been recently working on.
Yeah.
And to kind of see him brought into something, from all of our childhood. He's been loved since Home Alone.
Yes.
But then to see, his life's on a great path now, and now they're bringing him into these huge projects. So, kudos to this guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think that's great. I love seeing stories like that.
And when you get to see, a child actor that, has overcome everything, like Lindsay Lohan. Just to see them, finally get to being normal, I guess, again.
Yeah.
Right.
As much as normal you can be as an actor in Hollywood. But, it's exciting stuff.
I'm ready for more Lucy and Ghoul, too, man.
Oh,
Gotta have Lucy and Ghoul.
yes.
So,
Oh,
Walter
100%.
Goggins and Ella Purnell. Right?
Yeah.
And we got some cosplays to work on for that.
I wonder,
Yeah.
so off of playing the Fallout games, in Fallout 4, there is a super mutant that is also kind of humanish, and he wears glasses. I can't remember what his name is right now. Get back to you in the comments. But all I'm saying is that, what if he does, a green kind of, Hulk-looking... looking self, but is because you said he's a smart scientist, dude,
Right.
and that's immediately what popped into my head is that scientist that accidentally, or not accidentally, but is experimenting with the super mutant genes, and he injects himself, and he is now looks like a super mutant, but he's still human.
Boy, this sounds so familiar.
Ooh. Thinking about Bruce when I hear this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or
No.
the leader.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't believe I can't remember his name. I will get back to you guys though. I promise.
So, unfortunately, sad news, Tony Todd passed away yesterday. It's the voice of Venom and, was it the original Candyman?
The original Candyman, and he played the devil in the Final Destination movies.
Iconic
Same.
voices.
Dude.
Oh, man. R.I.P. that guy.
It feels like
great
everybody
legend.
that we were growing up with are kind of just passing
There's been
away.
so many this
Gone.
past year.
Yeah.
So many.
It's so sad.
Two voice actors too. We lost Mufasa, we lost Venom now,
Yeah.
so it's wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Sad stuff, but onto not so sad stuff. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It
Yeah, I was
depends
gonna
on how you want to look at it. Pinocchio Unstrung. It is a slasher movie. So you remember when we talked about the Pooniverse?
That's an incredible
Blood and
name.
Honey.
Yeah, Blood and Honey,
yeah.
and how they were going to make a Pinocchio, a Peter Pan, and a Bambi slasher type movie.
Oh God.
So this is Pinocchio's. They are officially recruiting people and getting people. Freddy Krueger, they recruited that man.
Him or the actor?
The actor.
Robert Englund?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually want to see this now, actually. I
So
love Robert Englund, dude.
he's in it, and they also recruited Richard Brake.
I don't know who that one is.
I don't remember. He's been in a lot of different things. IMDb is your best friend. Go look at it. But Brake is going to be the Geppetto.
Okay.
And England right now, we don't actually know what role he's going to be playing. So it's kind of up in the air as to what that looks like. But the plan to release the Peter Pan Nightmare, Neverland Nightmare, and Bambi The Reckoning are both going to be next year. And that is going to be your crossover films before you get the Pooniverse Monsters Assemble, which is based off of Avengers Assemble. They're doing a play on it, which is super cringy, but at the same time, interesting.
Yeah.
So if they're actually building this big of a crossover universe, I need to get caught up and start watching these, I guess.
You've never seen the Blood? Oh.
No,
I
and
need
the
to.
second one just came out, didn't it? Or is it getting ready to?
No, it's already out.
Yeah, okay.
It's been out.
It's on Peacock, I think.
Yeah, both of them are.
Yeah.
So I guess I need to. If they're going to be building this big of a universe, I'm
Yeah.
going to get invested.
I giggle every time y'all say Pooniverse.
It feels weird to say, and you know what? I'm here for it.
Okay, all right.
I'm here for it. Yeah, go ahead.
Smile 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, digital release?
Yeah, digital release
Mm-hmm.
on the 19th. I just pre-ordered it, so this Thanksgiving weekend,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to go watch it with AD. There's a fly in my face, hello. But anyway,
Let us know how it is. I've seen the first one, and like, I liked it up until the end,
Mm-hmm.
and like when there was that creature in the house, it took it away from me.
I don't know. Smile 2's gotten some really good reviews.
Really, I
yeah.
hope it's good. Like if you come back, you're like definitely watch it.
Okay.
I'll go watch it.
All right, I'll let you know. Did you know that the director of all 3 Back to the Future movies is rumoring that he is ready to come back to the Back to the Future universe?
No way.
But not for a Back to the Future 4, but as a musical. Back to the Future
come
musical.
on.
Okay, look, Linda.
Listen, Linda.
There is actually a Broadway already
Oh,
I can see that.
for Back to the Future. So and it's done pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's interesting. I like that they're trying something new. That
Yeah.
they don't want to beat a dead horse to death.
I think
So-
though, like Back to the Future is so good, and it's one of those franchises where you could honestly keep making quite a few of those movies
Yeah.
with a whole bunch of different scenarios, and they work.
Yeah.
As long as you kind of keep that same foundation of all of it, and Christopher Lloyd, I mean, the man's still alive. That'd be cool to freaking
I think
have him like
he
cameo
said
in it or something.
he would be down to come back.
Yeah.
But as for Michael Fox,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it'd be a little hard for him.
yeah,
But,
he doesn't want to come back.
Yeah.
So
I would love to see like a new trilogy, an updated trilogy though.
Yeah.
I'd be here for it. Like a new take. I mean, same foundation, but a new
Like
take and
Jumanji?
twist it.
Oh, man. Ooh, how about that?
all right.
Oh man, Days of Thunder sequels in the talks.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
some of
there's
Tom Cruise's good stuff actually.
yeah. So this is 34 years
Yeah.
after the first one came out.
Him and Nicole Kidman.
Right, and they used to be married, and
Yeah.
now they're rumored to both come back in this movie.
Well,
so
Keith Urban feels about that.
yeah,
Tom Cruise, man, back in the day.
back in my day.
I mean, back in his younger days of acting, he has some. I mean, I feel like some good classic movies. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you got your Top Gun.
Yep.
You got Days of Thunder, Cocktail. Cocktail is my favorite Tom Cruise movie. That's a fun one. Have you seen that?
No, my favorite Tom Cruise movie that I will watch over and over and over again is Day and Night,
Okay.
or Night and Day. Night
Night
and
and
Day.
Day.
Yeah.
With Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I'm Top Gun all the way. So,
Ah.
Air
Well, I
Force
mean,
career.
I do
Yeah.
have the vinyl, like, of the Top Gun soundtrack at my home. So
That is like every 3-1 reference in our career field comes from this movie. So
you bring out the doctrine.
And I would have to say, like, the second one was amazing. Like, not very often, and this is just my personal opinion, not very often do you get sequels that are better than the original. And I love the original, mind you. But I feel like the sequel is better than the original. I mean, they really brought it.
it went hard.
Yeah, and they're doing a third one, right?
I
Are
believe
they?
so.
Yeah, I think they're doing a third one. It's confirmed they're doing two.
We're
All
on
right.
the street.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of number 3, Orphan 3 has officially been announced
Okay.
for scary movie type stuff.
I've seen the first one. I've not seen the second.
It was Orphan First Omen? The first one? No.
First.
No, that's something else.
That's different, I think.
yeah, it is.
Orphans with the little girl with the blue dress, I think.
Little Girl Pigtails, that's all I remember.
yeah.
But they did, and the number 2 was actually a prequel. So we don't really know yet as to where 3 will go, if it'll be a sequel of 1 or if it'll be a prequel. Like the prequel of prequels.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
So we reported on this a few weeks ago, I think, that, in the process of writing Spaceballs 2, Josh Gad, he said, Mel Brooks has read over what he had written then,
Yeah.
and it's like, Mel Brooks is excited. He said it's
Yeah.
great, which, that had to be super fulfilling for him. And I feel like Josh Gad is a perfect person to write this, but then I really hope he stars in it too. Like,
Do you want to be him? Like, he should be Lord Helmet.
Oh man,
but
that'd be sick.
the script is done.
Yeah,
Or the draft is.
the draft is.
the
Yeah,
draft is.
and everybody that's been reading it is like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I want them to comb the desert again. And I
Yes,
do want
please.
that.
Yes, please.
And then I do want another jam sequence where, like, we've been jammed. I love Spaceballs, man.
Spaceballs is a straight up cult classic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, so good.
Terrifier 3. Getting digital release date.
Yeah, yeah.
November 26th.
Yep.
For all you
People that have not seen it,
people have not seen it.
it is something to watch.
Up on
It is. I will say, like, I'm not a big Terrifier fan, and it's probably unpopular opinion, but I will say, I don't know, as they've got on, they are getting better. Like, the second one's decent, third one is better.
Well, hold your tongue, because they are making a number 4,
Yeah.
possibly
Ooh.
number 5. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And
First one was just so bad, though. So bad. I mean, there was... Anyways, yeah.
It's nothing crazier than a gun that can pull out a blick and hit you in the head with it. And bow, bow.
so we had that news that Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, or at least Deadpool and Wolverine, are coming back into the MCU.
Right.
But Ryan Reynolds is actually working on a script right now with director Sean Levy that's going to be a MCU Marvel movie with Hugh Jackman.
Sign me up.
Please.
I'm in. Take my money.
I don't care
ratchet
what
for
it is.
sure.
You know what? Make it Free Guy 2.
Yeah, or another Adam project. Because that was Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds with Mark Ruffalo and Jennifer Garner.
Okay.
And have you seen that?
No.
Oh my God. No, you need to watch Adam
I
Project.
know.
It's so good.
Isn't that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Walker Scobell plays a younger Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
and he goes back in time and he's dealing with his younger self. And they could have not picked a better actor to play a younger Ryan Reynolds. Like, that kid is phenomenal.
Okay,
which
okay.
is Percy Jackson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
before he was Percy Jackson or after he was Percy
Before.
Jackson?
Yep.
Yeah, because he had like a TV show on Disney Plus that he's Percy Jackson in the show.
Oh, the Percy Jackson on Disney Plus. He did the
Yeah.
Percy Jackson
Movie.
after
movie.
after Adam Project.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Percy Jackson movies are the older ones that he's not in.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Percy
See,
Jackson
I
that
don't
he's
know where this goes.
the Percy Jackson that he is the current Disney Plus series that has one season out right now.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
season 2 is getting ready to come out here soon.
That's
I
true.
think.
That's true. We talked about that for
Yeah.
D23, I think,
I believe so.
on that episode. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's good stuff. I'm excited. The details are being kept very quiet.
Yeah. Well,
So
they have no matter what it is, they play off each other so well. I mean, yeah. It's
Chemistry.
going to be great. And then Sean Levy just has that great connection with both of them,
Yeah.
too. Like, just seeing all these interviews with them when they marketed and promoted Deadpool and Wolverine. These three guys love each other. Like,
Yeah.
they have their best time.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, it's going to be made with so much love. It's going to be epic.
I hope it's a comedy. I want it to be a comedy.
yeah.
Everything's better in threes. Right?
Hey!
This is true.
Black Phone 2.
Okay.
It is in production, and it is coming to theaters in October of 2025. So, for those of you that really liked Ethan, what's his
Ethan Hawke.
Hawke.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, Ethan, what's his last name?
I like Black Phone.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
I actually never watched it.
Okay.
I think we put it on and I fell asleep. It was one of those. It wasn't because it was a bad movie. It was just
Right.
I was tired.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
It's one you need to put on your list, especially
Okay.
if you're going to make it 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely in the works and exciting stuff. But they're trying to keep the Harry Potter magic alive. So, you know that Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure in Orlando, as well as the one in Hollywood, California, they have like Hogwarts, like and Gringotts and Diagon Alley stuff, rides and like the props, whatever.
Right.
So there is a new park that is coming out, and they've been designing it. It's called Epic. It's coming out in Orlando. So, but they are It's called Epic Universe, and they already have 750 acres dedicated just for Harry Potter.
Oh my God.
And that's going to be rides, experiences. Maybe you're going to get a show or two. That's coming out in May of 25. That park opens.
Okay.
They also have a Harry Potter Wizards of Baking that they're doing. I love baking shows. I don't know if you guys do, but...
Well, I mean...
you used to be a baker. I forgot about that. So that comes out November 14th. And Fred and George Weasley, those two brothers, are actually the guys that are hosting this.
Huh. Okay.
So they're going to be like the host for all of the episodes that they're going to have come out. It's going to be on the Food Network and on Max. And they're going to actually have like Professor Flitwick, Ginny Weasley, as well as Luna Lovegood as the different like guest judges that are going to appear to, I guess, eat or
That'd be fun.
look at it. Yeah. It's going to be super magical.
Right?
Super excited about that. And then they're also doing that Harry Potter Max series that we still kind of haven't really had a lot of information about yet, but that is coming in 2026 as of right now. Could be pushed back, but that's all I'm going to do right now for Harry Potter in this section. I do have more Harry Potter news for our gamers,
Hey,
but we'll talk about that in a bit.
Ravenclaw gang.
So, Stranger Things Season 5.
Yes!
Yes. 8 episodes coming out next year. We've already seen, set photos that's been on. Super excited for that.
Yeah.
Last season, unfortunately, but I think they're smart. I think it's a great time to end it where it doesn't go too long and then you get people hating on it.
Right.
Come out on the peak. But so kind of an announcement that what we're going to do starting at the beginning of the year is we're going to collaborate with Vigilantes Vibes podcast, and 2 a month we're going to recap every season and do a rewatch of Stranger Things.
Yes.
So in January we'll do season 1 and 2, February season 3 and 4, and then when this comes out, we obviously will cover it and do it weekly.
Yeah.
Well, I say weekly. We'll see how quick we can watch the whole season 5 since they do drop it all at one time.
Yeah.
And we'll decide how
do
we're
we
going to
know
cover
for
that.
sure that they're doing that again this time?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't think anything's been confirmed.
No, I haven't heard anything, but a couple of days ago we did get that trailer that had all of the names of the episodes, and especially excited about number 2, like episode 2, because you had the
blank.
vanishing of blank.
Yes.
And you're like, who's vanishing? Who is it?
And you know they did that? It's so smart marketing because they're like, we're just going to keep that hype, keep building that hype.
Oh,
Curiosity.
Yeah, it's great. Like I can't wait.
It'd be a fun rewatch to cover too.
Yeah,
Like I
and-
love season recaps.
Yeah. So you have like the upside down that they're like in, and that's what Stranger Things is all about, right?
Right.
But the last episode is called The Right Side Up.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh man,
So
what are you gonna
everything-
do?
You would assume everything's made right, or is it a takeover of what it's going to be just from here on out? So it kind of makes you wonder how it's going to play out.
So
Yeah.
we left off with like a total like cliffhanger with like the Demogorgons breaking through into their reality, and I'm like, oh my god, so many people are gonna die.
And then, like, don't it also
happening.
end? You see that, and then like they're looking off at a view, and then like you see it actually coming into the real world. So
And Eleven and Vecna getting their rematch.
yeah.
Oof.
Such a great series, and that was one of those series too that I didn't start watching when it first came out.
What?
I didn't. Like people's like, oh, you need to watch it. I'm like, yeah, I will. I watched like one episode. I'm like, not feeling it. So I started watching it when season 3 came out,
Oh, okay.
and then I got
hooked.
I got hooked. I
Yeah.
binged it like all in like 3 days.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I've been a huge fan ever since. But
Speaking of things that you're a super fan of, Outer Banks.
oh yes. So Outer Banks, the last half of season 4 just released. I've just started into. I think I'm 2 episodes in. But let me tell you, like, if you guys, Outer Banks is another one I just started watching 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
My son's been on me about getting to watch it, and finally I caved in. Hooked. Such a great series. And the last half of season 4 that came out, like, I'm not going to get into it, but it starts off wild. I'm talking about just crazy wild. They're not holding back. I'm super curious to see how it ends, but and I think this is the season finale as well for it. So
Oh, like it's done after this?
I don't think they're doing anything after this.
Huh.
So yeah.
Interesting.
I can work
Another
with
show ended.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Well, I think a lot of these people are getting smart. Like they're learning not to overextend these series and
Yeah.
running them too long, and like end them on the hype. Like don't try to milk the money out of
Yeah.
it and get a cash grab and then
Please
end
don't.
up pissing your fandom off. And
Pissing
then
your fandom
yeah.
Yeah, make the same mistakes Greg Berlanti makes with all the DC TV shows.
Yeah. Like having series of episodes.
Oh,
Lord
man.
have mercy.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Lord.
You guys
Oh.
ready to get onto some gaming?
Let's do it.
All right. So Nintendo actually does have plans to announce that sequel, the Nintendo 2, that I did talk about in a different
Yep.
episode with those leaked photos.
Is it the Switch too?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
So we did talk about that a little bit, but they're not going to officially announce it until like 2025, like March 31st of 2025 is like their planned release date. And then after that, then they're going to start coming out with like the production of the actual Switch itself. So then we can kind of see actually what it looks like. And if
We know
it
those
is,
were legit pictures.
no, I mean literally like it looked legit, like
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm excited that they're going back to kind of the Nintendo 3DS type era, where you have that bottom touch screen and then the top screen is like a regular screen. I hope it's true. But the latest rumors is that the system is going to be backwards compatible, and it's going to have a 4K resolution, which is great
Really?
because it's going to be able to compete with what other gaming console systems that you have out
Right.
there.
Yes.
So super excited about that.
Man, I just want to play Pokemon on the next Nintendo game. So,
In 4K.
right?
Right.
Yo.
Catch my Gengar, man. Come on.
So remember how I was talking about how Harry Potter is like keeping the magic alive? Something I did just start playing is Hogwarts Legacy, right? Guess what? They're making a number 2. I'm
Really?
so hyped for this.
I'm in there.
Didn't this first one just come out?
No, it came out in like 2023.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just late to it because I
Gotcha.
waited for it to go on sale because
Okay.
there's only so many things that I'm going to pay full money for. I could have, but I focused more on Destiny. And now I also, I just got Monster Hunter Wilds, whatever it's called. I already pre-ordered that. And like, so there's certain things that I will divulge and spend the money's on. But this one I was kind of a little bit worried, but I'm glad that I did actually get it. And it was so worth it. If you haven't played it, please play it. It's great.
Come on.
It has so much. It has so much backstory, and like, I was just like, wow, like this is crazy. You get to see another Black, like, because you had Sirius Black, that is the only like member of the Black family other than Bellatrix Lestrange, right? But you got to actually like the headmaster, who is Dumbledore in like regular Harry Potter land stuff. But in this, it's one of the Blacks. I think it's Reginus? Black? Yeah. Are you conjuring something over there? So that is in production with the Warner Brothers games. Super excited to see how that comes out and the release date of it. Resident Evil 9 rumors have been surfaced.
I'm here for it.
There is no release date, but we do have some story and gameplay details. Again, IGN. So super excited about that.
I think I like the Resident Evil games. And like I like the movies too, so
good.
Yeah.
So this is going to take 4 years, like place 4 years after the past Resident Evil. So we'll see kind of how that goes. It's got Jill. It's going to follow Jill Valentine and Leon Kennedy as the main people, with Barry Barton and Chris Redfield as their support kind of characters.
Nice.
So somebody who's played it, you probably understand that better
so,
than.
I love playing them. I like the movies, but like I'm not like heavy into the lore.
Okay.
But like they're fun.
Okay.
So like it comes out, I'll probably buy it. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't buy a whole lot of games though, but they're fun.
Okay. Well.
But
yeah, that's it for gaming, man.
Deontay, you ready to jump into some con spotlight?
Let's run it.
Who do you have for us this week?
Oh.
So this week we are doing Galaxycon Columbus. So we have the dates for this, and that is December 6th through 8th. So Friday, December 6th, we have the show times at from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. Then Saturday will be 10 a.m. to 2. Oh, whoa, is that 10 a.m. to 2 a.m.?
Oh my God.
Oh,
That is
geez.
a whole freaking day.
My
And
God.
then some.
I don't think I've ever heard of a con running that long.
Yeah.
Because then the next day you get up at 10 a.m. for
Right.
for
You
Sunday.
talk about like a con hangover. Oh my God.
Ooh, you're trying to kill somebody.
I'm trying to make a name for myself.
So the location for this is the Greater Columbus Convention Center. This will be on 400 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. You can get your tickets online at. Actually, let me see if I got the website still going. But yeah, you get your tickets, and I'll run through the prices real fast. I don't know why my stuff locked in like that.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go. Oh, thank God. So the 3-day VIP tickets are $355.
Got him.
Okay.
Then there's a deluxe ticket with some benefits that will last you all weekend long, and that's $170. And then a 3-day pass, $120. 2-day pass, $105. And then you have the singles. So Friday is $45. Saturday is $65, and then Sunday $55 to get in.
It's not bad prices for how long it's
10
running.
a.m. to 2 a.m. Oh.
You're getting your money's worth.
For real.
Yeah.
They got a lot going on too. Like the kids ages 0 through 9 get in for free. So
Okay, nice.
bring them babies and introduce them to a whole bunch of nerd culture.
Start raising them right. Start raising them right.
Man, it's a lot to look forward to at this convention.
Yeah.
So without further ado, we have our list of celebrities, if this app will let me do it. All right. So from the world of Star Wars.
Okay.
Hayden Christensen.
This man is making his rounds at
yes.
cons this year.
Yeah,
As he should be.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, he got a lot of praise from Ahsoka, after he's in Ahsoka. So,
Yeah.
like, ride that, dude.
Yeah.
Get
For real.
that redemption, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So anybody that's not familiar, that's Anakin Skywalker from the prequel trilogy. You have Natasha Liu Bordizzo, who is Sabine Wren
Yeah.
Okay.
from the Ahsoka series.
Nice.
And then
Yeah.
Gina Carano, who plays Cara Dune in The Mandalorian.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's in the Deadpool.
She
She
Deadpool movie.
is. Yeah. Superhero landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she landed all right. Another series that has a couple guests coming through, Ted Lasso.
We
yeah.
love that.
Ted freaking Lasso.
No.
Or not, not him himself.
I'm like, I'm going to this con. I don't care what I
Stop
gotta do.
everything
I'm
we're
making this basis today because here I come.
No, the guy that plays Jamie Tart and
Phil
and,
Dunster.
and the Football Is Life guy that
Yeah,
also was in
yeah,
Venom.
Danny Rojas. He played
Yeah,
Danny Rojas.
Danny Rojas,
Yeah.
Football
Still
Is
great to go
Life.
see though. Like
Yeah.
you and me. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's good. This is going to be a credible lineup. They have a couple randoms in there. Weird Al Yankovic is going to be there.
Why?
Logic. Freaking Logic.
Yeah.
You want to go though, right? Right? Logic.
See what happened with us. We'll get to meet Danny Trejo, John Cleese.
I've always wanted to meet Danny Trejo.
Yeah, dude. They have a couple guys from. Now it's going to kill me to think about it because I had the names up. They had 2 people from the Twilight movies, and then
Oh,
I'm going to go ahead and pull
like
this up.
Twilight, like
Yeah.
Edward and Bella and Twilight.
They had like the 2 like lesser known characters.
Well, I, was
They're
gonna say, I thought I seen a deal the other day, and maybe it was something different, but like one of Edward's sisters was going to be there.
yeah, they
I
had
thought
like Kellen
Renesmee?
Lutz.
Oh. Oh no,
whoever-
Renesmee's the kid. Rosemary. Rose. I can't remember
it was
her
the one
name.
with the short brown hair.
Oh,
I think.
Alice.
Alice. I think it was Alice.
Yeah.
What?
Alice is coming. Peter Fasinelli is coming.
Okay.
Who's that?
Actually, let me check the website right now. So he is playing Carlisle Cullen, or is Carlisle Cullen?
Yeah.
Carlisle.
The dad.
The
Yeah.
dad. Yeah. Okay.
Carlisle
Okay.
Cullen is Carlisle Cullen is coming. Jeez Louise. And then George Takei from the Star Trek is going to be there as
Okay.
well.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nice.
And then you also got Zachary Levi.
Shazam.
Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazam is coming.
Yeah.
I love Shazam. I ain't gonna lie. They're funny. They're
Yeah.
funny. I would get his
Yeah.
autograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Right.
enjoy Shazam.
Exactly. I'm gonna take a picture with him and
Oh.
rub it in some faces.
Hey.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh. Okay.
Inside joke.
Okay.
Or inside truth. But anyways. But
That's it, man.
yeah, I think that's
That
all
was
we
a
got this week.
That's all
Great
we have on
episode,
Spotlight.
guys.
Thank you for joining us on Fundamentals in Las Vegas.